now, your 13 First Alert weather forecast.
Welcome back. Time is coming up on 6/11. It is a 13 First Alert weather morning highlighting accumulating snow that is therefore impacting your morning commute. I think this graphic really speaks for itself. Just after midnight, we did have this band of snow develop near and especially north of I-94. Notice this morning it continues to go strong, moving from west to east over the northern tier of our viewing area. Most of the snow is fairly light in nature, but there are some pockets of heavier snow denoted by those darker blues. We're seeing some of that right now passing through Clark County near the Neillsville area. A couple more higher rates of snowfall, especially just north of Ladysmith, Chetek, and Balsam Lake as well. This is going to keep up here for the next few hours, so we are by no means out of the wood just yet. And as we take a live look at some of our DOT traffic cams, we'll start with I-94 at US 63. This is St. Croix County. If you look closely, you'll see the interstate there, and overall pretty good shape. I don't really see much snow. Roads look to be wet, but keep in mind those temperatures are near or just under freezing, so once that salt loses its effect, those roads could easily freeze back up. And here's another live look at I-94 at County B and Dunn County. A similar story, snow mostly off on the side, on the shoulders there, but still wet, could cause some slick spots. So just use some caution, take it easy. Now as we take a live look from our Nicolay Bank WEAU tower cam this morning, kind of a different story. We just got done with a burst of heavier snowfall. At one point we could see the asphalt on the road from the plow crews dumping all the salt, but now you can see they are covered in slick yet again. Our current temperature at 29 degrees, feels like 20 with that wind chill value. North and northeast wind at 10 miles per hour. The air is very saturated. Our dew point in the mid-20s, but that is far from the case over northern Wisconsin, where those dew points range from the single digits to the teens. So any snow that we're seeing up that way from our returns may not be reaching the ground because there is some dry air intruding on the northern fringes of this band. Why did this band form? Well, it's not shown here. There is an upper level disturbance currently crossing through the upper Midwest that is producing what we call some extra lift or forcing in the atmosphere, which is also interacting with available moisture, helping to create this band. Meanwhile, off to our south, we do have a stalled out front that will basically sit there throughout the day. And I'd say between 9 and 10 o'clock this morning, the snow should be very quickly tapering off. That is going to leave us with cloudy skies through the afternoon hours. As we do move through tonight, we are going to turn partly to mostly cloudy. Unfortunately, it is short-lived. Tomorrow, that cloud cover fills back in, therefore leading to a mainly cloudy day for your Tuesday. The weather stays quiet, and we'll see much of the same case heading into tomorrow night. As far as total storm accumulations, factoring in what we've already seen through the overnight hours and we'll see through this morning, along and north of I-94, that's where we are looking at a band of 2 to 5 inches. But notice the sharp cutoff. The further south you get, those amounts drop off very quickly. That's typically what we expect in this kind of setup. So while one location may have 2 inches, you go a few miles down the road, that location might just have a dusting. Again, this is typically what we expect with a narrow snow band such as this. As for those high temperatures across the board today, we are going to be running above average from the mid and upper 20s, if not into the low and mid 30s, up to around freezing here in Eau Claire. As we move through tonight, we are going to cool things down in the single digits, both above and below zero for those low temperatures. And then tomorrow it does cool down, only 15 your high temperature, but we do rebound on Wednesday. Your first alert to the next storm system arriving late Wednesday into Wednesday night. That could produce a wintry mix and or some accumulating snow, some uncertainty there, so we will keep an eye on it. We do cool things back down later in the week before a potentially more significant system works in Friday night through Saturday. That could produce plowable snow, again, something we are going to watch, but those temperatures warm back into the 20s. Well, today's Sunshine Award goes to the Bloomer Mayo Clinic Rehab Floor from Tessa Anderson. Tessa writes, I've been working with Michael for the past 5 years or so due to some different reasons with my shoulders. He has always been such a great pleasure to work with and has always been upfront and honest with everything. He has had my trust in him, and I've been able to ask any opinion, and he's laid it out. He's done an amazing job each and every time I've worked with him. I've now been working with Joden after I feel back in August, and she's been doing a great job working with me as well. My mom has had to go see Janelle on a few other things along with Michael, and she has really enjoyed working with both of them. Each time we have been on the rehab floor, Kim has always been a pleasure to see and visit with as well. She makes it nicer going to the clinic. If you would like to nominate someone for the Sunshine Award, send us an email or head to our website at weau.com.